For the past 40 years, the National Safety Council has ranked agriculture in the top 3 continuously every year as being one of its high-risk occupations. As a result of that, we put a lot of emphasis on agriculture and the risks associated with this occupation, and trying to make people aware of the risks and also taking preventative measures. Even though this population still represents a small portion of our total population here in the United States, less than 2%, either in owner-operator or employee on the farm, like I said, they still have a large risk in this occupation. Some of the things involved with being ready to work on an operation that are really important is, first of all, making sure that all of your employees and yourself know how to operate the equipment adequately and have been trained following the proper maintenance and protocols for operation that are outlined in owner's manuals. So do take that time, explain to your employees. And the other step that oftentimes we forget is actually watching our employees and watching them operate it, critique them, and going back and retrain them if they're not operating that equipment properly, or our family members and so on, so that they do not become injured. The next step in the process is actually to make sure that we are physically ready to operate that equipment and to work in the environment that we do on a daily basis, especially when we come into high stress seasons such as fall harvest coming up. We have several different things oftentimes going on at once. For example, on dairies, we could be chopping corn silage to putting up a hay crop all simultaneously, or even harvesting some corn, doing some baling of straw bales or cornstalk bales, whatever it may be, and moving all that, while also having to do chores still on a daily basis. So we need to be physically fit, make sure we're getting a proper diet and nutrition along with some exercise, and most importantly, getting some adequate rest so that we can function well in that environment. Within our equipment, it's a really good reminder before we start with our fall harvest here to take a second, check your fire extinguishers, make sure that they've been fully charged up and are in working condition, especially in our combines and tractors as we go out to the field, because, like I said, it's very easy with the grain dust and wind situations and you know, parts moving on that equipment to have a spark and to start a fire. And so having that equipment readily accessible can help sometimes to prevent fires getting out of control and things burning. So take the extra time and check that safety equipment. Along with that, having access to a first aid kit readily on the farm, or even carrying one in your equipment, is advisable, so that, you know, if you do get some cuts and scrapes, and you can properly clean them and take care of them in a timely manner so they do not become infected and result in a bigger problem down the road.